In this video, I'm going to be discussing about the Piscean age versus the Aquarian age. Now, the Aquarian age began its integration into the planet in 1991. However, it took 2 decades for the completion of the download, the Aquarian age, to take place. A cusp. A cusp is basically when 2 ages are overlapping, or you can see 2 substances that are diluted, kind of mixing together. So this cusp period is a time when the planet is adjusting and shifting. It's shifting gears from the Piscean to the Aquarian. So the Piscean is leaving and the Aquarian is entering. So there's always this period of where they're kind of smack on each other. And we saw signs of the Aquarian age around 1993 when Microsoft came out. Around that time when we started to see computers, those old box computers. That was the Aquarian age making itself known. These sophisticated technology involving the internet, involving robots, involving this web where everything is instantly accessed. Instantly accessed is the Aquarian age. It is a wealth of knowledge that is available and easy to access. The Piscean age. Let's talk about themes and focuses for the Piscean. Because remember, even though we are in the Aquarian age, we're out of this Piscean, we're really in the Aquarian age, but we still have a lot of shifting and adjustments to do, because it's here, the download is here in this planet, except we as humans and in our subconscious and the psyche, we have to adjust, we have to undergo transformation. But it's here for us, and here for those who are really open and receptive. So there are many people on this planet who are already really deep into the Aquarian embodiment, but majority of us are still functioning from our Piscean self, because we have in the subconscious, in the psyche, this resistance. Because the Aquarian age is it's about openness. It's about there's no hiding, but the Piscean is very much about hiding. So the Piscean is very much a focus on career, making a name for ourselves, pursuing security and power. So it is very much about reciting facts without understanding those facts fully, and presentation with no depth. The Piscean, that you'll still see it today showing up. It is very prominent in our particularly American music industry, as well as our television. This fakey thing, this facade thing, this presentation thing, where our sense of worth is based on our credentials, is based on our name. So we know the Piscean, the monarch age, where it's all about your name. It's all about the credentials that is connected to your name. It's about the power through this outward appearance, this outward facade, but a lot of times within is completely not in alignment with what is without. So with the Piscean age, there was a lot of you could hide things. You could very much hide things. You could be fake. You could hide. Very easy to hide. And even with the environment, it's showing up today with industries or corporations that, for example, like dump waste into just rivers because, I'm just going to do that. And they can't hide that anymore. So the Piscean is just very much, I want to have this power, but not so much have integrity with this power. So very much you could be all powerful, but you're still there's no integrity. So I'm just going to dump waste into this person's backyard. And I'm just going to kind of hide it that I did it. That can't happen in the Aquarian age, because the Aquarian is about everything is coming to light. Because the thing about the Aquarian, now I'm going to get into the Aquarian age is about the awareness of how everything is interconnected. So that's when we get into the oneness. Knowledge available and easy to access, like I mentioned before. Authenticity. So everything's coming to light. You cannot hide how you feel inside. Okay, there's no fakey, here's my presentation, I have these X, Y, and Z credentials, my name is connected to a family that's well-to-do. There's none of that. Okay, there's none of that facade, that illusionary vibration. There's the vibration of success. So if you're not vibrating success, not success. There's no, I'm going to put a shirt on that says success and I'm success. You have to be vibrating it. And that is the energy. The truest, most authentic who we are is our vibration. So the Aquarian is about critical thinking. So we're going to find a lot of things coming to light. So as we already seen, a lot of industries, a lot of corporations, a lot of even institutions have been shifting because a lot of people have been critically thinking and are realizing, wait, this outsourcing, these laborers are making how much money? 20 cents? That doesn't feel right with integrity. So Aquarian is all about integrity when it comes to examining information. So the Piscean, the monarch, where a lot of kind of shady things happened to be in power. You just want to be in power. You don't really care so much about if what you're doing is benefiting the interconnectedness of all things, because you didn't really feel the interconnectedness. You feel separated, you felt isolated, so you didn't really understand how your power affected others. So you didn't really understand, therefore, oh, I just dump things in this person's backyard, it's not going to affect me. With Aquarian, through the interconnectedness, through the critically thinking, okay, we're going to find a lot of shifts happening when it comes to things that are out of integrity. And then we have wisdom, mastery of emotions and mood. That is wisdom. You're being able to master your emotions. And that's the thing with the Pisces. It was so much about, I'm this monarch, I have this power, this presentation, I have these credentials, I have this name, I have this title, look how wonderful my resume is, so brilliant, I am success and victory because of my resume. Well, a lot of those individuals had no sort of mastery of their emotions or their mood. They have no wisdom. It's just simply, reading a book and then I'm just going to do what the book tells me, but I don't really understand what all of that means. I'm just going to do it because I want to just get into power. Or I'm just going to, push through school so I can get my PhD because I want that title. While at the same time not really fully feeling that knowledge. That knowledge as though it is flowing through me. It flows through me. I am living it. That kind of, which is wisdom. You feel it just flows through you. It flows through you or living it. So there's a level of depth to it. Like when we critically think, there's a level of depth. So a lot of the Piscean is shallow. Okay, the power, there was something very shallow to it. There was something very much about the self. As we know with the monarch, it is very much about the self and one's family. Your name, your family, that's what it was all about. But as we enter into this age of everything's interconnected, you can access information and knowledge just like that. I mean, we have this web. You can communicate to anybody, anywhere. We are starting to emerge into this oneness consciousnness. And through the integrity, so shifting from selfishness to integrity, which is Aquarian. You have integrity in your choices. You're critically thinking about things. Is it beneficial for the ecosystem? Because ecosystem represents the interconnectedness. So pursuits and the purpose of one's life is going to be more focused on, does this benefit the ecosystem? Well, the Piscean is, does this elevate my status? This position, this pursuit, is it elevating my status? This facade, this persona that I am. The authenticity is, it's what's really going to be the Aquarian age, authenticity. So we're going to find, as we already see, a lot of uniqueness showing up, a lot of uniqueness in ideas and businesses. But more than just this, again, focused on business, on career, we're going to really be emphasizing in the Aquarian age being a wise person. A wise person is way beyond just a PhD. A wise person can be an 8-year-old girl. And that is the Aquarian age. Wisdom. Wisdom sees the interconnectedness. Wisdom lives, breathes, just is in the state of beingness and just allows energies to just flow through them. That is the authenticity. That is the Aquarian age. There's also a focus on the Aquarian age, focused on expansion. Expansion through connecting with unorthodox wavelengths or frequencies within the self. Unconventional methods of viewing your life, pursuing life. So we're going to really be diving into different pools of thought so that we can become well-rounded in our perspective, so we're not in this emotional kind of fixed, set, stagnant, linear way of just perceiving everything. So we're really going to find ourselves opening our eyes, opening our minds through expanding our perceptions. Because Aquarian is about being whole. The Piscean, we had a lot of relationships that were based on your name, my name, we look good together. It's a good presentation, but there's no real relationship depth. There's no wisdom. There's no expanding together. There's no understanding each other's vibrations and how you guys can be more authentic, how you guys can be more real. The relationships were based on hiding. It was very much based on hiding. There was no depth. It was very shallow. It was just, we have a good time, but the Aquarian is, you feel it. You feel it in the mind, body, and spirit because you're wise. You are mastered your emotions. You've mastered your moods. You're really a feeler. You're very sensitive. So you can feel these connections on a very deep, eye-opening, spiritual, expansive level. So relationships are really about this infinity together, exploring the depths from a place of wisdom. Relationships on wisdom, not on we look good together. Let's just kind of be fake and please our friends and our families on Instagram. With a wholeness, that is the wholeness. A wise being and a wise being coming together simply for the expansion of themselves and for sharing, for collaboration. Not so much of, boosting each other's statuses up. So we know in the monarch, it was about marriage based on status. And it's still showing up today where we're picking partners out of what boosts up my status, not based on our heart, our feeling self, our emotional self, which is the spiritual, the soul. So before I let you guys go, I would like to share from this lovely book, which is called Original Light, right here. I'm going to share 5 sutras for the Aquarian age, and this is on page 20. And a lot of the information I got for this video is in this book on page 19 to 20. 5 sutras for the Aquarian age. Number 1, recognize that the other person is you. Number 2, there is a way through every block. Number 3, when the time is on you, start, and the pressure will be off. Number 4, understand through compassion, or you will misunderstand the times. Number 5, vibrate the cosmos shall clear the path. I want to emphasize compassion. If we are to truly transform and to evolve into the Aquarian embodiment, compassion is how we can learn the lesson of the Piscean age, any age before that. Because we've gone through a whole wheel of all the zodiac signs. It's taken about around 27,000 years, according to the Hindu calendar. The planetary calendar, 27,000 years. We've been going through many, many ages. The Piscean just happens to be the one before the Aquarian. But through compassion, we can learn the lesson. Through compassion, we can learn, we can grow, become wiser, better decision makers, better players when it comes to life. Because we are in a form of play. We are constantly shape-shifting. We are just this beautiful geometric shape, like liquid, that's constantly vibrating into different colors, into different forms. That's why we vibrate the cosmos in the Aquarian age. That's why partnerships is based on vibrating eternity, vibrating infinity together, and projecting that, painting that onto this planet. The true self, your truth of your journey, of your expansion, a wholeness in your view, not a incomplete, fragmented, linear perspective that it's just very fixed. Because Aquarian is about being flexible. You need to be flexible to take in information that is vast and multifaceted, multi-layered. There's many dimensions to it. You have to be flexible, while the Piscean is very fixed, very linear, set, and this is how I should be, and this is my perspective. But the wholeness is being able to encompass all perspectives, and that is the interconnectedness, the oneness, and that is compassion. Compassion learns the lesson, and therefore can travel through these many perspectives, the many facets of the brain, the many facets of life, and through the many dimensions, and be able to still have a good head on their shoulders. They're not getting kind of weird and then getting angry or upset. They're just calm because they have the compassion. So about the Roman times, about the Greek times, you can understand the lesson behind it because you're wise, because you have compassion towards those different eras and ages. So we're not repeating it because we've learned the lesson of it. So again, number 4, understand through compassion, or you will misunderstand the times. So I'm going to read these 5 sutras for the Aquarian age one more time, because I really want you guys to soak this up, to really absorb it, to feel it, mind, body, and spirit. Number 1, recognize that the other is in you. Number 2, there is a way through every block. Number 3, when the time is on you, start, and the pressure will be off. Number 4, understand through compassion, or you will misunderstand the times. Number 5, vibrate the cosmos, and the cosmos shall clear the path. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you on your journey to becoming the embodiment of the Aquarian being. Again, here is this lovely book. Beautiful, wonderful. Thank you. Namaste.